gaslighting.
I'm going to gaslight my nan and thinking she's blind. Can we just start talking about Stranger Things?
What are we going to do at the end?
Boo.
Let's just go on a tangent about everything. Actually, you know what? Do you want to hear about
Hi, and welcome back to CDMPTV. I'm Daisy.
I'm Maxie.
This is Maxie. We have already done this before. They did Drag Race, third most viewed video. I did Endgame, which is the most viewed video. But today we're here to talk about the codes and conventions of horror films.
And get even more views.
Exactly.
Double the last ones.
Double the last ones. We're going to be in the thousands today.
Send this to your friends and
your
family.
nans. It's going to be great.
It's going to blow up.
Right, so first of all, let's talk about what our favourite scary movies are. Mine is Scream. I love a good slasher film. What's yours?
I think mine's going to have to be Hush.
Nice. Right, what about your favourite horror film?
No.
Oh, okay. Right, back to our first point. Jump scares. That is our first coding convention because that's a big one. Horror films.
That's one of the probably biggest.
Yeah, horror
convention.
Horror films like jump scares. A good example of this is probably Insidious.
Yeah.
That film has a lot of jump scares. I think, the effect of jump scares is to obviously scare the audience. It gets your heart rate going. Gives you a little.
Also apply to the Explorer psychographic.
Exactly.
People
like
who
a bit
seek
of thrill.
adventure, thrill.
Yeah, they like a bit of excitement.
Adrenaline.
In their films. Exactly. You get an adrenaline rush from jump scares.
Being terrified.
Which is what the films aim to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like films kind of like mainly supernatural films, they have a lot of jump scares in them.
Yeah.
Because like when the ghosts appear and disappear, it's a scary time.
It can.
And along with jump scares, there's a lot of gore involved.
There is.
There is.
A lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
Guts.
Specifically
murder.
in the subgenre of slashers, which is my favourite. Like Halloween, Scream, Friday the 13th. And there's a lot of blood and gore in that.
There's a lot of subgenres within the horror.
There's a lot of subgenres. There's
psychological.
There's slashers. Thrillers.
Love a good thriller.
Supernatural. Love a good supernatural film. They're great.
Of course.
But with like blood, there's not as much supernatural in blood. No, there's not as much blood in supernatural, I'd say.
Yeah.
But in like films more with a realistic villain, like an actual person, like a living person as the antagonist, that they have a lot more blood because they're a lot more physical in their
like more real.
Exactly. They're more
killable.
More killable.
Supernatural's more like hard to defeat.
Yeah, because it's like supernatural is meant to creep you out.
Yeah.
And slashers are meant to give you a bit of thrill.
Because it's more real.
It's more real.
Obviously, you know that, this is another topic, but ghosts are real. If you don't think ghosts are real, supernatural's not going to scare you that much. But you know that people are real.
Yeah, people are real. People can kill you. Got a knife behind my back right now. Watch out. Our second point, religion plays a big part in a lot of horror films.
Such as The Nun.
The Nun is
and
a very
all of
good
that
one.
kind of like universe. What
Like
else?
The Conjuring,
Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle.
All very.
Because she had The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Because they always, thing is with like religion, it brings in the two sides of religion. Like with The Nun, bad.
Yeah, it's like God versus devil.
Exactly.
Two different opposing binary opposites.
Binary opposites. A bit of Levi Strauss for you. But Miss Rose looks happy with that. But then we have things like The Exorcist, where they bring in a priest, they bring in religion to get rid of the evil, whereas in other ones like The Conjuring, the religion is the evil. So that's...
It kind of says that Christianity is the answer. It's always Christianity.
It's always Christianity.
It's always very portrayed as like middle-aged white men and women.
Exactly.
Who are like...
They come in with the dog collar on, the evil goes out. Like, it's very, very stereotypical. Very stereotypical.
Definitely. Very all kind of big houses, middle-class families.
And also, along with those big houses, you'd think they'd have good lighting. No. Low-key lighting for all the way.
Very dark, hidden things.
Very dark.
Adds to the tension.
When you're going down a corridor and you can't see what's at the end, could be a nun, could be a ghost, could be a real man.
It's going to be a jump scare. Or it couldn't be a jump scare to add to the tension. Will it happen? Will it not?
It could be a mislead. Like, you'd be expecting it. Your tension's rising. You're getting a bit nervous. You're getting a bit shaky. And then there's nothing.
Stop breathing heavily.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing.
Sometimes the fact that there's nothing can scare you.
It scares you
know, when
more.
it like kind of jumps to the next scene and it's like, I was like, oh, nothing happened.
Or if someone, like something was there before and then it disappears, which brings in Enigma codes.
It does.
Enigma codes play a massive part in scary films. They're very important because without Enigma codes,
you'd have nothing.
You wouldn't have a movie. You wouldn't have a story.
No.
Like, there's a lot of Enigma codes. Like, why are people getting killed? Where are people disappearing off to? Why is there a ghost? How do you get rid of the ghost?
Exactly.
You need a
priest.
Where's the priest? Where's the priest in all of this?
Where's the holy water and where is the priest?
Where's the cross?
And why is the demon still here?
Why is the demon still here? Because the priest isn't. Enigma code.
Why is the demon still here?
Actually, no, we don't have time for that question because we need to move on to our next point, which I want to talk about Ari Aster as a director, as a horror film director. He produced movies like Midsommar and Hereditary, very popular, but he did it very countertypically, you could say, especially Midsommar, because, like we just said, low-key lighting, that's a big thing in horror movies.
Yeah.
Not in Midsommar. No. The whole like vibe, the aesthetic of the film.
It's very
light and
like
flowery.
Yeah, it's like pure. It's like
but that's
contrasts
terrifying.
A lot. It is
because they go to like a Swedish cult festival.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing white. Everyone's got nice light pastel colours on. Everyone's got flowers.
It distracts from the darkness that's really going on.
It really does. People are getting gaslit left, right, and centre.
Binary
opposites. You're expecting one thing, you get another. Like,
I'd say it's very out of the codes and conventions. It's very
countertypical.
Very.
Yeah. But then he still brings in some stereotypical stuff like gore. Like when those two old people jump off a cliff and get their head smashed in. Yes. That's pretty gory.
It's also a suicide. I think suicide's a very big part within horror films.
Yeah, that's a big part.
Yeah.
It adds to like maybe the ghost.
Within the Annabelle as well, right? When the girl jumped out the window.
Yeah. Bird Box. When they see the demon or the entity, whatever it is, they don't want to live anymore.
No.
That adds to the story.
It's too much to handle.
Like, for example, the book Bird Box, when one of the pregnant ladies who's just given birth looks at the little demon thing, jumps out of a window, and her umbilical cord gets stuck on the sharded window.
That's awful.
It's really violent and gross, but that's suicide for you.
It is.
In films, horror films.
It's portrayed very
violently.
And because suicide's very looked down upon within religion.
Yeah. It's a crime. That's why they call it committing suicide, because it's like committing a crime.
Yeah.
Like, in history, it has always been a crime to kill yourself, which I don't get because it was punishable by death. It doesn't really make sense. That's an enigma code in itself. Like, cool. And that was the priests.
Yeah.
That was the priests. But what else? What else have we got? Gender. We've got gender. Gender's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gender's a very stereotypical thing. Like the final girl trope. The final girl trope.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that? That's not a film.
Oh.
For example, in slashers, I'll explain this point then. For example, in slashers, there's always, well, usually, the final girl.
Oh, I didn't realise what you said.
Halloween, Scream. Sydney, let's take Scream, because I love Scream. Right, Sydney. She's been there for 5 films with multiple killers on the loose, trying to get at her.
Is she still going?
She's still going. She's still going. So the final girl trope, but that is also a binary opposite to when women get killed first in horror films.
True.
Because usually blonde
yeah,
women.
I think that's shown a lot in the scary movies when there's the really attractive.
Okay. Anyway, as we were saying, just don't worry about that.
Is there a killer on the loose?
I reckon it's Gary. Anyway,
oh God!
Going back to the final girl trope, like,
learn your theorist or Gary Rose is gonna come for you.
I'd be scared of him.
That's why I revised very well.
I revised very well because that man's terrifying. But we could be the final girls.
Oh gosh.
DSFC horror story. All the codes and conventions. It would be the most stereotypical film in the world.
And then we can educate
Gary, the hyper-masculine male himself, killing everyone.
God, that's so hyper-masculine male of him. Anyway, point about gender.
Gender.
Always killers are mostly males.
Mostly males. A lot of the time.
What, do I think girls can't kill people as well?
Well, you'd be surprised. Example.
We did that with our minds.
With our minds.
Women have power.
He's
Women
just
can kill
irritating
people.
us. He keeps on trying to speak. No.
I think he is.
But along with gender. Why is he back? Why are you back?
I killed you.
Why are you back? No, shut up. Anyway, back to stereotypes. Young children play a massive part in horror films.
Young children shouldn't be that scary.
Young children are terrifying.
What,
the dolls.
Why the twins running after me?
The twins that went, like, he's just in The Shining, cult classic, when he's just like, Red Room. Stop it. Stop it. You haven't gone through puberty yet. Your voice should not be that low.
That's what's scary.
That's an enigma code. Why are children so terrifying?
It's like they're just supposed to be small, innocent, useless, haven't learnt about the world yet. We feel sorry for them that they've been possessed.
Then they switch around. Like, have you ever seen Orphan, the horror film? Why? The thing is, she's not a child. She's a 30-year-old woman posing as a child.
Yeah.
But because she is a
Terrifying
child,
itself.
people, they looked at her and was like, yeah, she's innocent. No, she's not.
No, but who would you be more scared of? This massive, big, tall man?
Hyper-masculine male.
Or
Gary,
would you be
Mr.
terrified
Rose.
of this little 6-year-old girl in a nice little pink dress playing with the dolls?
It should be you'd be scared of the hyper-masculine male. However, no. No. It's the girl with plaits and a little dress on, smiling sweetly.
It's always...
And also,
what
young
we
children also bring dolls in horror films. Dolls are massive. Annabelle, like, The Boy. Dolls. Why are they scary?
Horror films are ruining dolls for everyone.
They are. I can't look at an Annabelle doll the same.
I'm never having children because they're going to want dolls and
Exactly.
I'm going to get killed by one of them.
Barbie is the next new horror film.
Oh no.
The Ken doll's coming after me. He is a hyper-masculine male. He could easily go around killing Barbie and all her sisters.
Yeah.
So, all of them. Because they're blonde.
They're not going to last long.
They're stereotypically the ones who are going to die first. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. It's all just stereotypes.
It is.
What else have we got? Secluded locations.
Yes.
That's another thing.
What?
Why are you buying a house in the middle of nowhere with really bad lighting?
Yeah.
Why are you doing
is
that?
every house so big in just awful carpets, awful curtains, awful interior design?
Why are you buying that?
Why do people with nice houses,
you have enough money
well lit,
for
never get-
renovation,
Exactly.
but you don't have enough money for good lighting.
You don't have enough money to like pay off the
Electricity bills.
Here's $1 million. Please, can you not kill my family?
Have this mansion in the middle of nowhere, but don't pay your electric bills. Don't do it.
No.
We don't need lighting.
No.
We've got a ghost. It's fine.
It's okay.
Fine. So for example, Women in Black. Why is the house across a little causeway? You have to wait till the tide goes out to get to the house. It's not really practical, is it?
No.
No.
But
and
again,
of course there's a ghost, because that makes it even less practical. Like,
but
it just doesn't make... Why?
But if it was so easy, if it was just like, then it wouldn't... There'd be no point in the film. There'd be no plot.
Also, Enigma codes. When the horrors aren't set in a secluded location, why can't the neighbours hear them screaming?
Why does 999 never work?
We will never know. We will never know.
It just adds to the mystery.
Pathetic fallacy. That's a big one.
Oh yeah.
That's a big one. How do you portray that something bad's going to happen?
It's
The
raining.
weather. Oh my gosh, there's a bit of fog. There's a killer in there. There's a killer coming.
Yeah.
The killer's
Dark
coming out
room.
of the fog. There's thunder on a dark and lonely night in your little secluded house.
You're walking home alone. Someone's getting stabbed.
Someone's getting stabbed. Because that is a stereotype. As soon as the weather goes bad, you're done for. Who gets killed in the bright shining sun? Not many people.
No.
Who gets killed at night time? Do you get killed in bright sun?
Oh, we did just get killed in.
Oh, but
So-
then he's back again.
That was very unconventional for you. Well done.
Yeah, well done, well done.
Proud.
Anyway, moving on. Flashbacks and fragmented memory. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because
well, flashbacks give kind of content.
Exactly.
And like
Context.
not content. Well.
Bit of both. But they also answer enigma codes. For example, like later on in the film, when we're still wondering, why is there a ghost?
Yeah.
And then we have a flashback, and the person who is the ghost, who's possessing all these people, very tormented past.
Yeah.
Which is another code and convention.
No one has a very
Happy life.
no.
You've never seen a demon who's had good parents, a good childhood.
You know what? You'd think with all the money that they have, and maybe they could get some therapy, work this out before they turn into a mass
demon.
murderer.
If they have enough money to inhabit this house, they have enough money to get therapy.
Get help.
And good lighting.
Get help and good lighting.
That is the key. That is the key. But yeah, that's just a few codes
That's
and
pretty much of the main codes and conventions
is,
of the
yeah.
very highly criticised horror genre.
Yeah. It's a fan favourite. Everyone loves a horror. Quite a lot of cult classics are horrors. And however, we're still waiting for the jump scare, even though we know it's coming, because horror films, as much as I love them, are extremely stereotypical.
Very.
Extremely. They follow a little guideline.
They do.
I never got your answer. What is your favourite horror film?
Oh, I think we should wrap up.
We
need
didn't
to wrap up.
finish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, thank you very
thank
much
you
for watching. It's been
Subscribe
very nice
to talk about
to
horror
talk
films
again.
with you.
It's nice to be back.
Nice to be
and
back.
smash that like button and smash the subscribe button.
Subscribe to Mr.
Send this to
Rose.
all of your friends, everyone you know.
Friends, family,
This needs to get a high view count.
demons in your house. I'm sure they'd love to know.
The doll under your bed.
The doll under your bed, the monster in your closet. Tell everyone. Tell everyone. Because I'm sure with the money they have, they can buy an iPad to watch it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
View it.
View it.
Reload the page. Goodbye.